As Jesus hung on the cross, suffering the agony of crucifixion, he cried out words that have puzzled and moved believers for centuries. The Bible says, in about the 9th hour, Jesus cried with a loud voice, saying, "Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani?" That is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?" These words are a direct quote from the Old Testament. In Psalm 22:1 we read, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Art thou so far from helping me, and from the words of my roaring?" By speaking these words, Jesus was pointing to a prophecy written hundreds of years before, a psalm that describes in detail the suffering of the Messiah. But why did he say it? On the cross, Jesus was bearing the sin of the whole world. The Bible says, "For he hath made him to be sin for us, who knew no sin, that we might be made the righteousness of God in him." 2 Corinthians 5:21 in that moment. The perfect fellowship Jesus had always known with the Father was broken. It's not because he had sinned, but because he was taking our sin upon himself. The weight of the world's guilt and shame fell on him. Isaiah 53:6 tells us, "All we like sheep have gone astray. Now we have turned every one to his own way, and the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all." On the cross, Jesus experienced the separation from God that sin brings, so that we would never have to be separated from him. Yet even in his cry of anguish, Jesus was fulfilling prophecy. Psalm 22 begins with those words of abandonment, but ends with victory and trust in God, by quoting that verse. Jesus was showing that even in his suffering, God's plan was unfolding exactly as foretold. Jesus endured that moment of forsakenness so that you and I could be forgiven and brought into God's presence forever. Hebrews 13:5 gives us this promise, "I will never leave thee, nor forsake thee." Because Jesus was forsaken in our place, we can be certain that God will never abandon us. So when you hear Jesus cry, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?" remember that he said it for you. It was the cost of your salvation, the depth of his love, and the proof that he took your place so that you could be with him forever.